Hello, this is my second internship video, and for my second internship, I did it in Tokyo, Japan. Tokyo is the capital of Japan and it is the most densely populated city. There are more than 35 million people living here. Mandarin Oriental Tokyo is a 5-star luxury hotel. There are a total of 179 rooms inside the hotel. There are a total 11 outlets inside the hotel. The most famous ones are the French restaurant called Signature and a Cantonese cuisine called Sense. Also, there's a unique restaurant inside the hotel called The Cellar, which serves private dinners. There are also some perfect venues inside the hotel for you to plan an event or a meeting. Also, inside the hotel we have a small trampoline for the wedding guests to walk down the aisle. Inside the hotel, we also have a spa and a fitness center. For the spa, we provide combined Asian contemporary techniques with expert knowledge from around the world. Our trained therapists offer treatments designed to meet the needs of each guest. Inside the spa, there are total 8 treatment rooms. 4 of them are the luxury spas which can overview the city of Tokyo. There's also a spa studio for nail coloring and short treatments. Also, there are separate male and female heat and water jacuzzi experience, including a steam room. Now I'm going to share with you some of my pictures during my internship and my learning objectives. My first objective is to understand more about Japanese culture and to get to know their language, style to greet and serve guests. Communicating with colleagues is totally different than to serve guests, just like speaking to a teacher or speaking to our friends in French. They have some specific words in Japanese that you need to learn about to serve a guest. Unfortunately, there is no training provided in the hotel to teach me polite Japanese, so I asked my colleague to train and teach me, and finally I can serve customers on my own. My second learning objective is to see more about the spa department and how is it different from normal hotel services. As the intern of the spa, I'm lucky enough to work both on the front desk and also in the back office. By working on both positions, I understand how all the operation works and the pain and sweat behind all of their jobs. Working in the spa is definitely a little bit different from normal hotel services. For the spa, we need to know the medical history of a guest in case to avoid some of the treatment if they have some surgeries or pregnancies. Also, as we provide food and drinks, we need to know both the preferences of food and drinks and also the treatment. In order to understand more about the guests, to provide the best experiences for them to relax, we need to ask a lot more questions to get to know the guest. My next learning objective is to pick up useful skills for my future career. As I have mentioned before, I need to work both areas of spa front desk and back office. Although the spa is not using the same opera system, I can still make use of my knowledge during my second year to help with understanding the system they have used for their front desk work. And when I work as a facilitator in the back office, I can make use of my housekeeping knowledge I learned last year to help with my work during my internship. By combining my experience during my internship and the knowledge at school, I am more capable to work in the hotel and prepare for my future career. My last learning objective is to get to know the brand of Mandarin Oriental and their cultures. The hotel provides us a job training to introduce Mandarin Oriental Group and our hotel to us. Mandarin Oriental aim is to delight guests, to do more than just satisfying the guests. We need to notice more details and provide the best experience to them. Last but not least, I'm going to talk about my personal self-assessment. Before starting to talk about my self-assessment, I would like to mention a little bit about the challenges I have seen in the spa department. Actually, all my colleagues are very friendly. They taught me a lot of things and they communicate with me, and I had a lot of fun. But I've heard from them it's very stressful to work in the spa. And I found out that the reason why they are very stressful is because of our manager. Our manager is from Hong Kong as well, because she just got onto the position of the manager and she wants to give more result to show the manager team that she is possible and capable to make more profit and upsell more. That's why she didn't understand and take care of the staff more. For example, there are not enough people and she still add more work on our shoulders because she wants to have more result, more profits, which makes all the staff very exhausted. And also the other problem is that if someone make a mistake, she just blame on the person. I mean, yes, the person did something wrong, but in the hotel we work as a team. Maybe something that we didn't communicate well, the manager, the co-workers, they didn't understand well enough. Maybe it's just because that person suddenly forgot something and did a mistake, but they make it like very seriously, and I don't think that is worth it to, blame them so hard instead of teaching them what to do next, how to do it better. And I've actually cried during my internship, like not during working but at home. And I think the reason why I can still work in the hotel because of my colleagues, because they are really nice and I want to help them as much as possible and to go through all the difficulties that they are facing during working. For my strength, I think I did my best, and although my manager think that I did not very well, I think my strength during my internship is that I know Chinese, English, Japanese, Cantonese, the languages, because Japanese people are not very good at English, and sometimes they want to explain something to their customers. It's a little bit hard for them, so I sometimes work as the translator to translate Japanese to Chinese or Japanese to English. And for example, one time a Chinese guest who doesn't speak English came into the spa, and she is asking for treatment. And when I was working as the reception, her daughter sent an English email to us and asking for a treatment for her mother, and I answered her email. And since I know that her mother doesn't speak any English, I know that it will be a problem if she come in and me or some other colleagues that speak Chinese are not there. So I asked her a lot more about her body condition, if she have any surgeries. Luckily, I have asked about that or not. Nobody will know that she had breast cancer before and she had surgeries, and some of the part of the body cannot be touched. And after that, I have actually met the guest, and the guest is very happy about me, and we talked. And I guess that's the place that I have shined during my internship. For the weakness, I think Hong Kong and Japanese have a huge difference in languages and also the work style. So it's a little bit difficult for me to get used to and get to know the Japanese working style. And after the internship, I have noticed that Japanese people work more intensely, which they don't never stop unless they have their break, like their lunchtime. But in Hong Kong, we will when we can make some time, when we are really free, we have done everything, and we will slack off a little bit. And also Japanese language is a little bit different from English and Cantonese. They will be very polite at any time, so it's a little bit hard for me to get to use the term of the phrases. For my opportunity, as I have mentioned before, I have seen a bit of management difficulties, problems during my internship. The problems are not just that I have mentioned, of course, and I just don't have the time to say it all. And I have understand that how important is the staff to the management, because without the staff, the management is not actually very useful. They both need to cooperate together, so I think in the future I may want to know more about how to be a good manager instead of not communicating or making the staff not motivated, and to make a hotel better. For my friends, I don't have any other interns competing with me or even in the same position as I am, so there's no any competing. But as you may have seen my evaluation form, and it is not the best result that I can get, I think. And I think I have tried my best to work for them, but I am actually quite helpless at the time when I get my evaluation form. And one thing that I didn't say to my manager that I want to say out loud here really is that she has told me that I didn't say good morning to her every morning. And actually every other colleague has mentioned to me before that she didn't say good morning to them or just say hi to them every morning if she sees them. And I'm not saying who is right, who is wrong, and I know I'm not like being the most polite person in the world, but I just want her to know that if you want people to treat you this way, you need to treat people the same way. And that's the end of my internship video. I hope you enjoy.